Alright, let's see if I get as mad in this level as I got in the last one. Cause my god, I was... Cause I was mad last time. Oh my god, and of course I don't have any more of those. He's murdering me. I'm gonna die. There's no question about it. I'm dead. I'm fucked. Yeah, this episode's going great. This is going just as well as the last one, I see. They give me machine gun ammo. Is it this little light bulb thing, maybe? Maybe, yes, it's this little light bulb thing. So I'm just supposed to walk around this pillar and wait for him to reload his gun, I guess. Well, that's fucking dumb. I hate that. That's a horrible... And then on top of that, that doesn't even kill him. That's not even a death. That's just to pull the panel off of him. I gotta be real. This is the opposite of fun. And then what, do I get to stab him in the heart now? I was gonna say, I was like, if that doesn't fucking kill him, bro, I'm gonna actually rage a little bit. And even though that did kill him, dude, what the fuck was that, bro? Awesome, and now I'm just gonna die to a bunch of fucking normies. Told you, I'm about to... I don't understand how these fucking guys are so jacked that they just don't care about getting fucking shredded by this fucking thing, you know what I mean? Any normal human being would be touched by one of these bullets and just fucking kill over. Is that... That's ammo. Okay, not health. Wow, that is just... genuinely no help at all. What would I have done with this knife? That mini boss, whatever the fuck. Oh shit! Is my controller dead? Yeah, of course. Yeah, let me get batteries. That mini boss or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you would describe that as. That was the opposite of fun. That was genuinely just literally zero fun. That wasn't like entertaining or interesting to me personally. I already hate enemies with that fucking design where it's just like shoot the little spot on them and then you can get a shot at the big spot on them, and I'm just like, all enemies already have a little spot. It's called their fucking head and getting a headshot. It's if I don't know, that I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. And it wasn't particularly difficult either. It was just the fact of like, go run around this pillar and wait for him to reload and then you can shoot him. Wow. Now this is some advanced gameplay, isn't it? Huh, this is so cool. It's not. And you see, I'm starting to see maybe why... Oh, you little bitch. I'm starting to see maybe why Doom is a little bit more popular than this series. Because, like, no one wants to sit around like that and, like, have to bait people out and take shots, or you gotta, you know, being made to choose between taking shots and hiding for like 5+ minutes, maybe not 5+. Okay, that's an exaggeration. But you know, being made to hide for like an extended amount of time before you can actually get like a half decent clear shot on someone. It's like, it was like one thing in like the 2009 game where it was like, well, you can shoot their shoulders off and then you shoot the thing that comes up above them. That was fine, you know what I mean? Especially considering the fact that they gave you like a little time slow ability. It was like, oh yeah, this is useful against them. Nice. Whatever the fuck that was, that just kind of sucked. Also, dude, what the fuck is up with headshots not doing fuck all to anyone? Like, why did that guy take so long to die whenever I was clearly shooting him in the mouth hole? I don't understand that. Headshots should forever and always be like a damn near instant kill, but for some reason, not in Wolfenstein. Or if it is in Wolfenstein, it's like whenever Wolfenstein wants to give it to you, you know what I mean? It's just like sometimes headshots do a lot more damage than other times. I don't know, I'm just frustrated at this point. I didn't like the last level and how it fucking gate kept me from being able to go back and get one goddamn collectible that I wanted to get. Because for some reason they felt the need to block off that whole section of the map. Yet the other part of the map that I went to previous on the other opposite side was still wide open. But this other one specific spot that I wanted to go to that time, nope, not allowed. You know, then I was asking just far too much. And now they've got like a super mid, I don't know what you would call them. I wouldn't call them a boss fight. Like shit, I wouldn't even call them a mini boss fight. I don't know what I'd call them, but I wouldn't call them any of those things. I'd call them like a large enemy. What the fuck? I have been out here for so fucking long. Where did you even come from? And the spawns make no fucking sense. Make them come from at least in front of me. Don't send them up from behind me. What is that? That doesn't feel fun or rewarding to fight. That just feels like you're fucking enemy spamming me. This dude's not fucking... Oh no, he is dead. I don't know. I don't know. If I made a first-person shooter, which I don't, obviously, but if I did, there'd be a lot of things that I would not allow to be happening in my FPS. Like random enemy spawn. Where is this guy? Did he? Yeah, like shit like that. Where I just watched his literal gun. Did you guys see that? Everyone saw that, right? Everyone just watched his gun literally be pointed down directly at the ground, and then the muzzle flash, and then the bullets fly toward me despite him jumping over a railing, and once again his gun being pointed directly at the floor. Like, that's insane. That's horrible. No one would like that. That's so fucking trash. Thus far, this is nowhere near as good as New Order. I can see that you've taken a lot of assets from New Order. I can see that you've tried being the keyword here, tried to take the feeling of New Order. I don't think you've successfully created what the New Order had in any format yet. Just to be 100% honest with you, I don't think they've even come close to doing what the New Order did in terms of quality thus far with this little side project. I don't even think it's a difficulty thing, because, like, I'm just saying, if this would have happened to me in the New Order with all the shit that just went on around me, I'd probably be dead by now. I probably wouldn't have been allowed to stay on the gun this long. So I don't think it's an issue of difficulty or anything like that. It's just, shit just feels off in this game. I don't know how else to explain it. It's fucking weird. And like I said, maybe I'm just in a bad place of mind after having to replay the last level for one fucking collectible that I wanted to get. Which, yeah, I don't have to get all the collectibles. That's my own doing. I would accept that. But just why would you close it off? Or the stealth section that literally, like, it tried to portray itself as being a stealth section. But regardless of what path you took, or who you killed, or how you killed them, or how quickly you killed them, or how stealthily you killed them, no matter what, that one guy comes down and then blows your entire cover for being stealthy. So it's not a stealth level. It's like it's got an auto trigger for unstealthing you. That's fucking ass, especially whenever you've made the rule crystal clear that it's like, oh hey, kill the commanders and then they won't call in a lot of backup. But here's the thing, you've put one of the commanders behind the dude that triggers your I don't know what the word for it is. You're unstealthing though. He triggers the alarm of everyone else around him, including the fucking officers. So it's like, what is the point? I don't understand that. Why call it like a stealth level if in reality you want it to not be a stealth level clearly because you're sending someone out there to make it not be a stealth level via no fucking fault of your own. You know what I mean? Via, you could be the best stealth player of all time right there, and it would not fucking matter because that's not what decides if you get caught or not. What decides if you get caught or not is as soon as you come around that corner going up that small flight of stairs in the last level, it's gonna set the fucking alarms off for people. Not like the literal alarm, well, it will eventually, because he alerts the other officer and then the alarms all go off whenever the officer calls for backup. And I don't understand the logic. Like, it's not fun. It's not... It's just not good. It's just poorly designed, or... Oh my god. Someone probably saw me shoot that guy. That's fair, though. Alright, here we go, guys. Here's the pro strat run. You ready for this? Alright, this time we should get it fairly easy. We're just gonna come back here. Bop bop, he's dead. Bop bop, he's dead. Boom boom, he's dead. Yeah, look at that. Like I said, I really don't have an issue with fighting these guys either way. It's just, I just don't want those two to come out and be like, oh god, call for backup. Yeah, I definitely chose the singular one, but I guess I'll just let the game choose for me, you know. The game likes choosing for me anyway. I might as well just let it pick, I guess. Like, you could clearly see my cursor had landed on the other one as well, and then it, like, swapped off of it afterwards. That was my fault. I just fucking missed. But yeah, it's just goofy shit like that that's been pissing me off. Like, if you watch that playback right there when I'm selecting weapons, you can clearly see me pick the other one and then it flick over to the other one for no reason whatsoever. It was like on the singular gun for multiple seconds, but for some reason the weapon wheel just decided to stay open and then it flicked to the other one. No idea why. Don't know what makes the game do that. Like, it was like that, and then but it didn't do that. It like held it open for some reason and then went. I can't even recreate it, and then just popped it over like that. So you see how I chose that? I even tried to choose the second gun last time, and it did the same thing where it just kind of like I don't know. Maybe that's a me. Maybe that's a me problem with my thumbstick. Maybe my thumbsticks are going bad. Maybe I gotta get a new controller. It just seemed weird to me. I don't know. It held open, I feel like, long after I let off the right bumper. Yeah, I did that. See how it stays open like that? See, okay, see, look. That's me letting go immediately. Sometimes it just stays open longer than I'm holding it down. Like, that's me letting off of it damn near immediately, and for some reason it's staying open. Also, I just blew myself up. That was funny. Also, having your weapon wheel tied to the same button as your grenades, not a good idea. I don't know why that's not a throwable item. I should really stop bitching. The game just pissed me off, I think. It's an okay game. It's an alright game. It's not as good as New Order, in my opinion, thus far. Looking for a gold bar. Looking for a gold bar. Gold bar? No. It'll be on one of these tables with... Is there another helmet? Oh, there was another helmet. It'll be on one of these tables with this kind of shit above it, but it's not these two. Those are the only two tables in here. Oh, it's this one. My bad. I'm just blind. Alright, I got it. Yeah, no, this is fucking rough. I don't know what the fuck happened between the two games, but this one just doesn't feel as good. It doesn't feel as good to play. It doesn't feel as good to move. It doesn't feel as good to shoot. I genuinely have no words for it. It just does not feel as good as the New Order, and it's like the same fucking game engine and everything, so I don't know how it got worse, but it just feels like this one is sloppier. I don't know. I'm not a professional game critic or anything, so, you know, take my words with a grain of salt. It just feels sloppier. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. It feels like they just took the old game engine, they slapped some new textures on for some new guns that basically feel the exact same. Put you in different locations with the same textures for everything from the other game, at least the majority of stuff, but just didn't iron out certain aspects of it. Also, I don't know the fuck I'm going. Oh, I guess up here. And I think my biggest issue with it is how it tries to parade itself around as being like more stealthy than the first game, you know what I mean? But it doesn't work very well. The stealth is kind of ass in this game. It's way too easy to abuse at times, and at other times it's damn near impossible for no reason other than the level just feeling like, well, you stepped into a certain area and now you've given yourself away. Despite if anyone's seen you yet or not, you're now, the jig is up. They all know that you're here, and it's just like, the fuck? Don't know why he was 3 and every other guard's been 2. See, it's just inconsistencies like that. Wonder if that was a special animation because he was sitting there talking to the bookshelf. I just don't know that I've ever seen him push someone like that. I got Ingrid's letter. Dartmund. Let's see. Rudy, my sweet boy, I wish you could have taken the time to visit your poor old mother this Christmas. Maybe you were busy. What do I know? When you were little, you were such a good boy, such a good son. I honestly feel, and maybe I should have told you this, that I was blessed to have had you in my life. I know your father could be cruel, very cruel to you sometimes, but that's all in the past now, isn't it? Best not to dwell on such things, and besides, I was always there to nurse your wounds and stave off infections, so I think it's unfair of you to blame me for what he did. You know, he only meant to correct you, and sometimes, frankly, it was all on his right to do so. While you were a good son most of the time, you could also be very, very bad when the dark mood fell upon you. I'm sure you understand why your father had to use his belt. My dear boy, you know how I fell upon hard times after your father died, and I had to send you away to your cousins in Frankfurt. Well, now you are so successful with the SS, I was thinking you could send me some money. I'm not asking for much, my dear, but it would ease the pain that comes with growing old alone. Your loving mother, Ingrid. Yo, well, I gotta be real with y'all. Ingrid sounds like a fucking piece of shit. Like, if you can't accept some... What the fuck?
Alas, poor Yurik.
That was fucking lame. You know, if you can't accept some of the fault for, you know, allowing your partner to abuse your child, I think that, which, I mean, I get it. You're in tough situations, but I do think being like, it's not my fault at all. None of it was my fault. It was your fault. You were a little shithead. Like, you're probably a shithead. You're probably a bad parent. You're probably a bad person. Also, ooh, look, a Doom monster. Yay. Oh my goodness, the better game. Just out here shit talking the game so much now. I don't know. I shouldn't be. It's bad. I shouldn't be shit talking it as much as I have been. Look at this, another secret area. It's not horrible by any means, you know what I mean? It's not like god awful dog shit or something. I tapped the X button once, I promise you. That time I hit it because I just wanted to see if it would do the same thing. But yeah, no. Here's the translation you requested from Oberstrabernerfer. It's hard to write in these dungeons. We were running out of candles and need to stock up during our next visit to Paderborn. Last week I gave the alchemical concoction provided to me by Sigvald Berger to one of the war beasts. Hitherto, it has shown most positive effects. Their muscles have grown strong, and both strength and agility seem to have greatly improved. What is especially remarkable, however, is that this alchemical concoction has solved the problem of decaying flesh exhibited by previous incarnations. This would, of course, make them more reliable when used in battle. Of note is a strange side effect where the beasts release noxious green-colored gases which seem to have no effect on humans. We need to investigate further, however. Do not want our soldiers falling ill on the battlefield. Also, I am not sure if I'm imagining this, but it does seem to me that the beasts have grown bigger over the past month. All I'm saying is, they better be some kind of different design, because if they're like, well, their body isn't falling apart anymore as a way to not make different enemies, I'm gonna be mad. Translation asked, I have so far applied all of my skills to deciphering the confusing translations bestowed to me by the king's linguistic scholars. Many of King Otto's parchments were badly damaged, scorched by fire, and missing complete paragraphs that seemingly contain crucial information. Also, my work has been slowed down considerably by utterly dismal test conditions in these dungeons. However, during the last month, I have been making enormous strides in my research. The bodily fluid circulating within a human can be altered with an alchemical substance which is partially described in one of the text fragments. In theory, I should be able to create a serum which can awaken dead tissue. This would allow wounded soldiers to be healed in the middle of battle. However, as a fascinating side effect, one of the test subjects died from the alchemical compound, and when I went to pull the sheet over his body, he opened his eyes. The test subject had remarkably returned from death. Thus far, I have successfully brought 5 test subjects back to life. I have observed that subjects returning from death enter into a catatonic sleep-like state. Furthermore, the body temperature of the subjects increases dramatically. I have even seen some of them spontaneously burst into flames with the accumulated internal heat. Another unfortunate side effect is that they become gripped by a murderous frenzy which seems to never wane. The only way to permanently kill them seems to be by destroying the brain or hack them into little pieces. I have started calling them shamblers because of how they move. More experimentation is needed. As soon as I get my reinforced straps for dissection table, I shall attempt a vivisection on one of them. Great, made zombies. Dipshit, you made zombies. Are you proud of that? Oh my god. Oh my god, there's so many down here. Today I was witness to a great battle of Lechfield when my lord King Otto's army slaughtered more than 45,000 invading Magyars. I have always enjoyed the dance of death. However, I have never seen anything like what I saw today, when the king sent his secret weapons given unto him by Almighty God into the battlefield. These great angelical war beasts blazed through the battlefield like holy dragons. They picked up the horses from the ground and tore them apart. They ripped off the heads of the Magyar soldiers. They crushed the bones of the enemies as if they were made from brittle wood. When inspecting the aftermath of the battle, I found that most of the Magyars were missing limbs, had been torn in half, or had been crushed to death. On a more worrying note, it seems to me that a few of King Otto's chained beasts had open pus-filled wounds, even though I had not seen them take a hit from a blade or an axe. Upon further inspection, it looked as if their bodies were decomposing from some kind of unknown corruption, a curse perhaps? I could almost see their tissue melting straight off the bones. I have expressed these concerns to King Otto. Swear to God, if you throw those around, they better fucking work well. That's all I'm going to say. If those enemies are shitty and lame, I'm going to be mad. And if I never get to see them, I'd be less mad, actually. You know what I mean? It's kind of like just like some flavor text around just to be like, whoa, Nazis doing crazy experiments. And that's honestly enough for me. Oh, shit. That's my bad. I did not realize that this motherfucker was alive. Scared the bejesus out of me. Please throw him in the fireplace. Aww. Eagle Eye. What is that? Show markers in the world for collectibles. Thanks. At least maybe that'll make things easier. I think this is just the way to go. Either way, interesting. Is that a note? No, okay, I can't even go back there. Eagle Eye. Helga's diary entry 4. December. My God, it is snowing outside. The stone corridors of this castle are freezing cold. I have to wear thick, warm socks every day. They're comfortable, but a terrible itch sets in after a while. Got back the translation of another passage from King Otto's diary today. Very interesting. The king is grief-stricken after his wife Queen Heckley died unexpectedly. He goes on to write about ancient fragments of parchments that have come into his possession. He has put his most prominent scholars on the task of deciphering them. Despite not knowing their contents, he believed them to be a gift from God, and that the Lord is telling him to put his destiny is to become the Holy Emperor of Europe. Puzzling. They must have looked really special, these parchments, or maybe it's a grief taking over, blinding him. Anyway, went to the wine cellar today, found a 1928 Bordeaux. Very good year, I've heard. Time to taste. Hey, Jesus Christ, this lady. You're fucking investigating a giant scary castle. There's a bunch of beasts around. You're uncovering all this incredible science, and you're just like, let me go get fucking wasted. I already don't like her.